weird. Okay. It just, it's just a weird kind of day. Like, it just, does it feel weird to you, or is it just me? Does it feel weird to you too? Okay. Welcome to today, Saturday, here in Gilbert, Arizona, which is a suburb of, I like to say it that way, a suburb of Phoenix. I'm really thrown off. That's also why I'm weird. My hair, I have to say, my hair is being weird over here, and it's being good here. We got it. But this side, it was, and I never put my hair behind my ear. I mean, I used to way back when, long time ago, and it would create this, and so I got out of that habit, and I just feel, maybe that's why I feel weird, but it's just a wild ride, right? It's just a wild ride. My name is Rochelle, and I have definitely taken the wild ride. Yeah, I did not take the straight and narrow. Robert Frost. Two roads. I took the path less traveled by. With that, let me share this into the Goddess Tribe, the YouTube video. And I have to admit that right before I hit live, I was like, all of a sudden I was like, oh my God. Oh wait, I didn't even. I am laughing at myself. It is such a, it is a weird morning. It is a practice in really going with the flow. Really going with the flow. It's just like, you feel a little discombobulated. Things are happening, right? They kind of got you thrown off, and you're just kind of like, just watching what's happening in your life and in you and in the world and everything, and you're just having that moment. So where I was just then in that pause was, I realized that, wait a minute, I didn't hit the live button, or the live button didn't take when I hit on Instagram. So those first 2 minutes that I was here on Facebook and YouTube, I was not on Instagram. The whole curling my hair behind my ear story, why feeling weird, and lo and behold, I forgot. Good thing I have decided to make it just a chai and chat Saturday. You all know chai is actually a word for tea. Not only do I love a masala chai or spiced chai, this is kind of like a spiced chai. It's Bengal spice. It's really good. But chai means tea, so chai and chat Saturday. I was like, I love it. That was just right there in the moment inspiration. So we're gonna chai and chat, and what are we gonna chat about? Whatever. Okay, well, no, seriously, I have a plan. I have a plan. I'm a Gemini. Of course I have a plan. I mean, I have an idea, right? And it's a great idea. You know what? I'm not even live on, I was only live on YouTube. I wasn't even live on Facebook. Wow! I'm just gonna sip to that. I need to stir more. My honey is clearly at the bottom. Okay. So yeah, I was live the whole time on YouTube. So if you want to see the very beginning, check it out. The weird, because I definitely want to talk about energies today. I want to talk about some of the emails coming back from each of you. So we are going to talk a little bit about the challenge and the checklist and such. I actually feel the two emails, the two question emails that I've gotten are about the checklist I just sent out, because I just sent out the updated checklist, which is out there on my couch because I was looking at it. All right, channel, not videos, channel. I got to go to a different place to get to my live. Share. Now that mug, this mug, I've had that mug for 16, 15 years. All right, okay. I'm live on YouTube. Uber, why does it do that? That is not what I'm working with here. So you can fast forward through this part of the live or what have you, and boom. Okay. Now, done. Again, now that I'm officially live on all 3 platforms and I see it live, that was something that I did not do today. So again, feeling weird. Energies are just kind of, you know, like, what? Huh? What am I doing? Where am I going? What's going on? Huh? Like, those are really, seriously. Like, am I here? Yeah, I'm here, right? Like, really going through this whole detachment process. Like, yeah. And it definitely, yeah. And that means to detach from the stories about you, from the stories, yeah, you know, what you were so sure that you wanted. It's really, really anchoring into it. And see, and that's something that I'm learning about myself in a big way, is sometimes I don't fully anchor into a vision, and I think I want it. I think I do. And especially when you're in that totally, you know, high vibe place and you're like, oh yes, I can handle that. And then but you're not even in the element. You're in a whole nother place. And then the quote reality of it sinks in, the triggers, the lessons, the you know, the challenges that get presented, and you're in that space going, you know, maybe what do I want? And you start to really get into that place. You start to really be real with yourself. And then you ask yourself, of the things that you feel that you want, is it worth whatever it takes, whatever sacrifices that need to be made? Meaning sacrifices as in whatever things that you need to let go of to allow for what you want to come into your life. Because so often we see a vision or something that we desire, and we, like twin flame union. I mean, I know my counterpart, he wanted that. I represent everything, freedom for him. I represented everything that he wanted, but he believed he couldn't have. And he believed that he couldn't have it so much that he ended up settling for the only life he believed he could have, which was the one he was programmed to be groomed for, the forced marriage and everything else. There's like a little packaging bubble that shifted. And there's no fan, there's no breeze in here. It just shifted. In that moment that I was talking about that, it's a little packaging bubble in my Creative Clarity journaling kits here that I have. And I'm like just to... It just moved and just made the slightest little crinkle sound. I'm like, what What? And no fan. The fan is not on. There's no air movement in here. The heater's not on right now. It's right in that moment that I said that. Let's just feel that for a moment. I'm talking about my twin flame, and boom. In a box that's a shipping box. It's made to go around the world, you know? I'm like, what? Right? It's like, what in the world? What? Wait a minute. Like I said, weird. I'm even putting like again, it's kind of cute. I'm like, I'm putting my hair behind my ear. Listen, goddess, let me tell you, I ended up not being live on all 3 platforms like I thought I was. It's just so weird, but it's like, it's all good. So, with that, though, that's what you have to look at for yourself. That's what you have to look at is this vision that you have. Is it worth letting go of everything you're going to be asked to let go of to have this? I wanted to, as I mentioned, on the part of the video that's only on YouTube, because I thought that I was live on Instagram and Facebook when I was not yet. I hadn't pushed the live buttons, apparently. I didn't do my usual little routine, live, check, live, good, go. Yeah, no, because YouTube really, it says go live. It's really easy. So I pushed it, and that's why I went live and didn't realize I wasn't live. Okay, I digress. Let's do this. All right, let me see here. Okay, right here. My question is, should I be communicating to him about our feelings and the idea of twin flames, or just keep doing my work and no action? We're gonna, it's like basically a 2-part, right? Should I be communicating to him about our feelings? Well, first of all, the should is something that the ego uses for judgment. Oh my God, am I doing this right or am I doing this wrong? Here's what you actually look at, because it's not right or wrong, it's alignment. That's what it is. Are you coming from the ego space or the soul space, the soul heart space? That's what that comes down to. So it's not really right or wrong. Again, it's alignment. And technically alignment is what is right. Wow, all of that just came out of my mouth right there. Okay. Sometimes things come out of my mouth and I'm like, oh, I like that. Right? The whole channeling thing, hello. All right. Are you communicating with him because you're chasing him? Are you communicating with him because you're actually in an open and flowing, an open channel of communication with him? Or are you sending him messages and he's not really sending messages back? Are you chasing him? Are you working so hard to just hold on to him? You guys, are you working just so hard to hold on to him? Because that would be attachment. And I know that moment when you have to see that, when you have to keep seeing that the ego is what's creating that cycle of pain right there. Because if he's not receiving you, then you really are talking to a brick wall. And it's realizing that it's not really coming from that open heart soul space, because he's not there. It's coming from that ego space where it's really more that you are being asked to communicate more with yourself, to listen to what you are needing to say to you, for what you need, for what you desire. Because right now, again, with these energies right now, if you're really feeling this whole, I'm not sure about my life and what I thought I wanted and how I thought I wanted it to look, and the world's going crazy, and we have all, you right? We're in this whole unknown, uncharted territory space right now, where the energies are just feel chaos. We're in that inversion period where things just seem so backwards, like we're just totally in the twilight zone, totally in this clown world. We're seeing the ego on a grand scale. All the false narratives, all the facades, everything that is falling away, the masks, and that's what's being done within you. Is everything that you thought you were, everything that you thought you might have wanted, you're being asked to really look at that by really looking at you. So believe me when I say I know I did that. I told him all those things, but did it change the outcome in the sense of, is he here with me in America or me there in India? No. Because in truth, I was coming from attachment. Be like, but oh my goodness, look, we have this connection. You can't leave me. We're here to change the world, my love. You can't go. We have to be together. So focused on that romantic vision. And not really giving the energy being asked to the mission. So I can sit here and say to all of you that I know what it is to be so in that ego attachment space. That's why the very first thing after you all get the checklist, the very first thing we talk about in the Self-Love Empowerment Challenge is detachment. Because by holding on so tight, we make anything we want go away. It's not just your counterpart. It's anything that you desire, any manifestation that you want. When you hold on to something so tight, you create this death grip, and it makes that which you desire like be like, ew, ew. Like don't be clingy. Like no. Be in your power, be in your truth, be in you, anchored in you. Yes, it's good to have the visions and such, but we still have to be anchored in our experience. I'm not going to say reality, I'm saying experience, by what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, because that's how you're going to feel, whether you're balanced, you're in alignment or not. Thus the whole right, wrong, should I be, should I not be? It's your path. And no matter whatever decision you do make, in spite of what I tell you I have done, what I encourage you to do or not to do, it's still your journey, and I'm still here to cheer you on in whatever way, shape, or form, and say, whatever decision you do make, whatever experience you do have, is something that you needed to have so you could learn more, you could grow more, You can have the true knowing, that understanding within yourself that only experience gives you. Words don't teach. It's about you reclaiming your power in your journey that can only look the way you design it to look. You are the only one who has the power to create your journey to look how it's going to look. And the way it's supposed to look, your own self-love empowerment journey and your twin flame journey with your counterpart. That is the biggest, most profound fact in all of this, is that every individual journey is unique, as is every twin flame journey. There may be immense similarities, but each and every one is uniquely divine and divinely unique. So when you ask the question, should I be communicating with him about our feelings and the idea of twin flames? Do I regret telling RV? No, because he knows. He knew, and we talked about it. We didn't talk in depth about it, but we would talk about the energy, telepathy between us. We would talk about feeling each other, the past lives. So it did open the door, but that was our journey. And I, again, as a coach, working with twin flame goddesses, I get to see not only in private clients, but amongst all of you out there, again, the uniqueness, yet the similarities of every journey. So if you feel the answer to your question in summary, with all of that I'm going to actually give you and stick my little stamp on, is this: that there is no wrong decision. That as long as you come at it from a place of, this is what I'm being called to do, then something is coming out of that, no matter what. Whether it's the lesson, that maybe it's the message that, you know what, it really is time to literally detach and to stop sending messages to someone who isn't reciprocating that, who isn't giving equal energy in return. So that give and receive, that flow, that's not there. It's not there. It's more of a, he's not taking that energy, but he's not giving energy. And I know this is one of the similarities. I know for the twin flame goddesses that I've been working with, because of what my journey is, that these divine masculines, they have a lot of generational karma that they have to heal. They have their own past life karma. And they've not been as far into or as awakened to the twin flame connection, to the spiritual awakening, the ascension journey by way of what we twin flame goddesses understand it to be. Right? So you're here, you're doing the work. You got your nose to the grindstone, because it's the rise of the feminine. So of course the feminine had to go first, because it is to bring that balance back to this world. And we had to do it without, not just without their help, but with them showing us all of our shit at the same fucking time. Right? Showing us all these things that we need to heal. Hello, Goddess Nikki. Showing us all of these things that we need to heal every step along the way. So we've had that. We've had to endure that to help us grow stronger. Right? Rise of the feminine. And him where he is. Because you're strong enough for it, goddess. You're strong enough for it. For those asking, but why? Because you agreed to it. Because we're fucking ascended masters, okay? Like, we are pros at this shit, and it's about fucking time we start acting like it. It's like, wait a minute, this is not my first fucking rodeo up in this bitch. Let's giddy up. Woo! You know, bucking bulls, man. Let's rock this shit. Right? That's our choice, and that's what we're being asked to choose, is to step into that. To remember who we are. How you know, we create the experience that we have here. And I feel that that's a huge clarity piece there, is creating your experience versus creating your reality. Because you do have power over creating the kind of experience that you have, because that experiential comes from inside you, the story that you're giving it, what you're allowing yourself, how you're allowing yourself to experience the moment. Because reality never looks exactly as you want it to. Never, never, never. Your visions, they will never look exactly as you create it. Because you couldn't begin to fathom all the finite details, all the infinite experiences that you can have in any given moment. You can't. So rather than, whew, this is like such a wow moment, right? This experience versus reality, because here we are attempting to create our reality. And actually, it's about creating our experience, that no matter what my reality gives me, I'm going to choose to look for the things that feel good in it, so that my experience, no matter what my reality is, my experience feels as good as it fucking can every step along the way. Because that's where your power really fucking is. I mean, by all means, design a reality. Perhaps that's the key. Design your reality. Create your experience in that reality. Oh. Cheers! Just gonna say cheers. Oh my God. That is it. That is why we needed to take a break from the challenge and just have a little chai and chat. Answer the question, you know, that was in it. Oh my goodness. I need to stir. A good thing I still have my spoon here. Normally I've taken my spoon out, but not today. I think my honey is at the bottom. It was. Oh my goodness, though. Design your reality and create the experience in that reality. Because, again, you're only getting your reality. What you're designing for your reality is only like this much. This much. But the experience as you walk into it, I mean, it's like this whole... Oh, like I'm totally getting that vibe of where it's like dark and then you open the door. It's almost like, I don't know why I keep going to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But at the very end when they go into, what is it? From the Acme station into, where do they go? Nikki, you know this, right? Where did they, Toonland, or is that what it's just called? Toonland or something? There's a little plant bug. Now I have to inspect my plants. That looked like a little fruit fly. Man, them little punk asses like to grow in houseplant soil, potting soil. Anyway, So, but that's the vision that I'm seeing, right? Is that you design your reality, and then you know, kind of give it to the creator, right? That's what we're doing here, right? And then you open the door, right? You open the door to the final creation, and you are the one that's choosing the kind of experience that you have. And it's just this whole big expansion of the vision that you had. The reality that you designed, those components are there, but so much more. So much more. There it is. The honey is stirred in. Oh my gosh, that's the flavor I was looking for. It's mesquite honey. So there we are. Oh my goodness, for today. That was awesome. I do want to finish, make sure this question. So my question is, should I be communicating to him about our feelings and the idea of twin flames, or just keep doing my work and no action? Well, of course, I do want to. They went to Toontown. Thank you. That's it. Toontown. That's what it was. Thank you, Toontown. That's what it was. All right. So to answer the question again, even more succinctly, is that it's your journey. You feel into it. All right. But the key is that I'm here to tell you is don't beat up on yourself. Whatever the outcome, that's what I'm here to tell you. Don't beat up on yourself. Because no matter what, you're going to learn something. Regardless of whatever decision you make. And perhaps the greatest thing that you're learning now is probably how to love yourself and to stop beating the crap out of yourself when something doesn't go how you want it to go. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that, oh my God, the ego didn't get it the way it wanted to control it to go. Well then, okay, what did it teach me? That's how you can pivot that shit. We've been talking a lot about practicing the pivot. So what did it teach me? You don't need to sit and beat yourself up and say, oh my God, it didn't work out. I was so stupid. I was so wrong. I fucked up. Da, da, da. Yeah, I'm the queen of Mistake Town here, okay? Instead of Toontown, Mistake Town. You know, my mama told me I was a mistake more than once. Okay? So, I know what that is to be totally in that mindset of I am such a fuck up that all I do is fuck up. I'm a mistake. Of course I'd make a mistake. I mean, oh my God. Like, ew. All right, so I'm here to tell you. You don't actually fuck up. You don't actually make mistakes. It was my twin flame who gave me this movie. This movie, it's called, Kalhanosa or some shit. It's a Bollywood movie. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. I read subtitles for 3 fucking hours and I bawled my eyes out. I laughed. I cried. I was angry. It was just so... I love that movie and I need to watch it again. Like, it's 3 years later, more than 3 years later, and I still, look at how I still talk about that movie, okay? Like, it had such a profound impact, such that after I watched it, because Arby was like, watch this movie, and that way whenever you miss me, then you can watch it and you can think of me. And he was like, and make sure you tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I want to know what you think. Like, he was he really wanted to know what I thought of the movie. I'm like, okay. And I had wrote out this whole little thing of all the emotions. I was like, well, okay, well, I was happy, you know, laughing, sad, you know, I was angry, upset, disappointed, you know, and just, oh my God, dancing, happy, dancing, you know, just this whole thing, angry. And then, you know, that's how I did it. And he loved it. He just loved it. So, but from that movie afterwards, because of the storyline and the characters and the, again, so much emotion in that movie, that afterwards I was just in this total emotion flow, right, receptive mode, that there's this quote that came. In every perceived mistake can be found a divine blessing. In every perceived mistake can be found a divine blessing. Because you see, we only perceive mistakes to be a negative, to be a mistake. But when we can really learn that everything happens for a reason, how can it be both ways? If everything happens for a reason, then how is it a mistake or a failure? How? I like this one. Everything happens for a reason. Because it does. Because everything is part of this grander plan. And when you can anchor into your journey of being one of expansion and growth, which means learning. And you don't learn if you don't make mistakes, because then you have nothing to learn from. How do you know that something is right without first learning something is wrong? Usually. So only you can know what is right for you by feeling into it and saying, yep, let's go that way. Let's go that way. But when you get there, the most absolute fundamental lesson that you will be asked to learn is to not beat up on yourself if it doesn't go how you want it to go. Say, okay, that didn't produce the result I wanted, time for something different. And you're always doing the work, and you're always taking inspired action, whether or not you think you are taking it directly toward your twin flame. You're still always taking that action in the direction that you need to go. Even if you think, again, if you perceive that action to be a mistake, it's still an action moving you toward where you're going. And we usually get to where we want to go sooner when we get out of our own way. I have to throw that in there. And that means, again, to pay attention to when you keep getting the same result that you don't want. And stop doing that, which you are doing, that is getting you the result that you don't want. The not feeling good, you're not getting the response, you're not getting the attention. It's like, wait a minute. You're going to go through withdrawals. There's a reason why I'm a former drug addict. Hello. I mean, come on. You're going to go through withdrawals about your twin flame. You are. Because it's the ego that has the addiction to the idea, to, wanting to control exactly how it looks. But you have to let go of that. You design the reality, but you can only create the experience that you have in it and that you have on your way to get there. So if we're holding on to this one thing or wanting to control how it is, then who's creating the fucking suffering here? And I'm like, I'm owning my shit. There's so much of this life to experience. And I'm calling myself out on this right here. There's so much of this life to experience that just because you don't get to experience specifically what you want right now in this moment doesn't mean that you never will, nor does it mean that there is nothing out there that isn't just as fucking incredible to experience, that I get to choose how deeply I experience it. I swear to God, something in my teeth. There we go. Right? Life is meant to be lived. Period. That's why life and live have one letter different. Live. And when we attach to one specific thing, and we don't allow for any other thing, then who's denying herself the fullest of life? Right? So yeah, the decision is yours. And you're always to be doing the work and taking inspired action down the path which your soul is calling you. So that is the answer to that. And with that, I'm going to let you all go. Sounds good. Goddess Nikki, I'm out too. Thank you all for stopping by. Let me know you've stopped by. I'd love to hear. And I will see you all back here Monday. And we'll be back at it with the challenge, going through that some more. I admit I have a couple days to get caught up on, but remember, we are where we are and we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Look at this amazing live we just had and all these amazing messages that came through today. I'm just like, oh my God. Even I'm like, wow. Experience versus reality. It's good. So if you're just hopping on, go check out the whole thing. Especially like on YouTube, because like I did hit record from the beginning on that. That said, I will see you all back here Monday morning, 10 a.m. on Healing Twin Flames, on Instagram and Facebook, and Empowerment Experiences on YouTube. My original umbrella. Thank you, JC. We'll see you later, Goddess. Oh, wait, no, you're not JC. Yes, you are. Oh my gosh. Keeping track. Good answer. No, yes. Are you my Jace? No, yes. Because a couple of you have very, at first glance, similar. Oh, what? Whoa. What's going on here? Oh! Like, things were hopping around, right? Right? Okay. All right, well, let me know for sure that I was right. It was JC or what's your name? I'm doing my best. To get everybody's name. And with the weird day that today it's already been, look. Yeah, I'm grateful I remembered a name right now. Seriously, for real. Even my own name. All right, that's it. I'm going to go record Super Sign Sunday, and that gets published this evening on my YouTube channel. And I just see, Goddess Corinne. Hi, I was just about to hop off. I got to say hi. I will see you tomorrow at Jared's for NFT. I did not get all my homework done, but I'm about to be working on that this afternoon. I got it started. Yeah. But it'll be so awesome to see you. And we need the next weed party posted. Is it ready to stake my claim? Weed party at Jared's Coffee, Tea, and Gallery. And then NFTs, which we're learning about, don't really ask me specifically what it is. It's just some kind of digital art. That's about all I know. And that's tomorrow at Jared's Coffee, Tea, and Gallery in Mesa on Main Street. And so that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then, yes, the next cannabis, I like to say weed party, because, you know, I'm just that kind of gal, is January 30th. Yay! And I'm telling you, it is just such a wonderful experience to be able to tell people that, look, yo, weed party in a coffee shop on Main Street in Mesa, Arizona, and it's legal. You just get a band. You just get a band. And you get in, and there's trays of gummy bears and trays of pre-rolls and, oh, the desserts. Because they're gluten-free, aren't they, Corinne? They're gluten-free. And see, in my world, gluten-free is guilt-free. It just sounds good. It just sounds good. Gluten-free, guilt-free. Because my tummy don't get upset. Yeah, so it's awesome. Jared's is such a cool, artsy, just a whole vortex of its own right there on Main Street in Mesa. You have to, like, it is an experience to be had, an experience all its own. You've got to check it out. Jared's on Main Street in Mesa. Even ride the light rail. Oh, well, not right now. You have to wear I wouldn't recommend it right now. I'd wait till we get past that part. I remember when the light rail was first made. Look, we're all just hanging out. I said chai and chat. The light rail was first done. I lived on Central while it was being built. Oh my God, that was crazy, crazy, crazy. But I have ridden it almost from end to end. Mwah! Hi, Jared! Yes, yes. So I recommend, like, yeah, checking that out. But downtown, and there's some little shops and stuff. It's really cute. It's a really cool little place down there. Oh my God. And I also have to shout out. There's I don't know anything about anime, not my thing. I just, I support all of you who do. Good for you. There is, though, around the corner also, because I'm all for Reef's Kitchen. Reef's Kitchen. It's a food truck. They make my new favorite samosas and Greek fries, and he's got this herb sauce that he says everybody's telling him to bottle it, and I'm like, okay, hop on that, man. We need some herb sauce in our lives, like that herb sauce in our lives. But they're going to be around the corner at this anime event, right around the corner from Jared's. So I'm working on getting hooked up from Reef's Kitchen with more samosas and Greek fries Sunday morning before the NFT event. Just manifesting. All right. With that, I'm going to sign off. I do hope to see all of y'all tomorrow at Jared's. That would be awesome. Jared and Mona, my soul sister Mona, and I, we're showing up. We're showing all the way up. That'd be fun. All right. Jared's Coffee, Tea, and Gallery. Highly recommend it. In fact, I have to tell you real quick, all my poem reading videos, all except one, the very first one, in my white dress, but all the others, especially my pink, those were all performed at Jared's Coffee, Tea, and Gallery. So with that, I'm going to let you all go, and I will see you all Monday, 10 a.m., or tomorrow for my local peeps at Jared's at 1 p.m., 1 to 3 p.m. I think. Yeah, 1 to 3. And then January 30th is the wee party. And there's so much fun. I've gone to, what, 2 now? 3. 2, 3. I don't know. I was stoned. All right. I will see you all later. See you all. I got it, Sybil. I'm out. I've been on for almost 50 minutes. I'm like, I'm out. I'm going to go record Super Sign Sunday. And then get some work done today. Yes. So with that, I will see you all back here live Monday morning, 10 a.m. I'll see you then. Remember, the power is in your hands. Design the reality. Create the experience. That power has always been inside you. Namaste.